So I'm on this date with this goth chick and she tells me how she does BDSM. She tells me about the guys who give her money, so she beats them up. And I'm just looking at her while she's telling me that and I'm thinking, damn, I cold approached you 45 minutes ago. A few moments later, she's telling me about a guy who's been especially annoying recently, and she actually shows me the chat messages with this chump, and he's actually right there texting her while I'm on the date with her. And I saw that and I was just thinking, damn, if only this kid knew. If only this kid knew. So I get a funny idea. I tell her, go ahead and send him a picture of me. And she was like, no, don't do that. Anyways, we didn't do anything freaky that day, but on my way home I really was thinking, damn, this could have been me, like a couple years back. I could have been the guy in the DMs instead of the guy on the date. Today I want to convince you to skip the 50 chumps in the Instagram messages by cold approach. Let's go. Why should you listen to me though? I went from autistic overthinker to doing multiple cold approaches every day now. So let's go. First, we need to tackle the core problems of direct messages. And the first one is pretty obvious. Like, I see this every other day. Some girl's chilling on the phone and then on WhatsApp, she's inside of a chat. And in the top left corner, I see there's like 14 unread messages. And I'm just thinking like, damn, like women, they don't really use the phone like we guys do. You know, we guys, okay, there's a message, blah, blah, blah. Okay, reply, bam, easy. But women, they see like, oh, okay, this guy from Tinder, he chatted me. But I don't really feel like answering right now, so I'm just gonna ignore him. So that's the first problem with being the guy in the DMs. I bet you had this shit before. Like you texted a girl Saturday in the morning and then she replied, and she didn't reply for 6 hours. Like, bitch, are we supposed to believe that you don't check your phone in the first 6 hours of Saturday? You can't lie to me. Girls can ignore you over the DMs, and honestly, she has good reasons to, because literally, your little pussy who was like, your first move was to send an Instagram DM. Of course, she's not gonna think like, oh yeah, this guy is hot, I want him. The second stupid thing that only happens to guys who are in the DMs is that she can ghost you. Like literally, if she doesn't feel like replying anymore, if she's been kind of annoyed with you, she's just going to disappear. But that's not it. Even if she doesn't ghost you and you're there on the chat messages, problem is, like you're in the chat but you're not there with her, and you know, like maybe it's just a personal problem, but honestly, flirting over chat, that's just so fucking corny. It just hurts when I see this shit. Let me just tell you that if she sees you as this guy in the DMs, she's never going to get wet pussy when you write freaky sexy text messages, bro. It's just not gonna happen. If she's like literally lying in her bed looking at the phone, and then you send her like freaky message, and then she goes off the chat and there's like 3 other guys, and then like her girlfriend just sent her something stupid, bro. She's not gonna be focused on you. She's gonna have all these other thoughts in her head. You're not gonna be the thing that she's thinking about. But all these guys who are still thinking, yeah, bro, my text game is so crazy. I get all the hoes with the text game. Texting is really not productive, bro. Like, we can sort women into 3 categories. We have the ones that like you, the ones that don't like you, and then the ones that are neutral to you. And pretty much all women you know start out in neutral. Maybe there's some who dislike you right away because you look like a punk, and maybe there's some who like you right away because you look like a punk, but most women start with neutral. And the best dating strategy is just find a neutral woman, say something to force her to make the decision, okay, do I like this guy or do I not like this guy? And if she doesn't like you, you abandon. If she likes you, bam, you're in. But what do the guys in the text message do? What do they do? Yeah, they send like a text message every night. Hey, what's up? How you good? How was your day? They send a good morning text. They have a 50-day They have a 50-day Snapchat streak with the chick. She's not gonna interpret that as this guy trying to polarize her, this guy showing intention. Because these guys, they have it the wrong way around. They think, okay, well, I gotta chat to her first for like a couple months, so we build the connection first, and then I can show my intention. But that's the exact opposite of the 3-group dating strategy I just told, where you only start building a connection once you see that the intention is also there from her side. So if you polarize her first, then you know, okay, is it even worth building a connection, or does she not like me at all? Because you can't really change a woman's mind. If she doesn't like you, even if you have the 120-day Snapchat streak, she's not gonna suddenly change her mind and think like, okay, I wanna suck his cock now. It doesn't work that way, bro. So if you want to save a lot of time, see if she likes you back first, and only then start building a connection. Now, you're probably wondering, oh, okay, but how can I show my intention quickly and efficiently? I'm glad you asked. Cold approach. Let's talk about why cold approach is better. Because it shows her your intention immediately. She's not gonna have any ambiguity around you. She already knows, okay, this guy, he wants me, and now she can decide, do I want this guy back or do I not? And if she doesn't want you back, then you're not gonna be there wasting any more time. You're gonna think, okay, damn, unfortunately, well, then let's see if the next woman likes me. Now, if you're wondering, oh wait, but how do I cold approach? I made a full guide on that. Check it out, it's the first link in the description. But when you cold approach, that solves the problem that you're just another name in a list of 50 other guys who are all trying to build the connection. If you cold approach, she already knows you as a real human being. Because compare the mental image she has of you if you're like another literally an entry in a list, or if you're a guy who she saw in real life, and let's say you cold approach in the gym and you were super sweaty from your leg day, but you really didn't care, and you went up to her and you told her, oh, I know I look like super shit right now, but I think you look very good. And she's like, oh my god, that's so funny, that's so creative. And then you chatted for 5 minutes, and then you got her number. That's gonna differentiate you from all the other motherfuckers who are in her DMs right now saying, oh yeah, what's up? Oh, how did you sleep? Oh, how was your morning? She's gonna remember you for being the funny guy who is confident in himself, even when he looks a little bit sweaty, to still speak to me. And to make this effect stronger, what you really want to go for in your cold approach is a little bit of a conversation, so she has more to remember you for. For example, she could remember that you have an interesting job when you tell her, oh yeah, I'm like minor, I have minor fame on TikTok. Or she could remember that you always laugh very loudly, and she kind of likes that because then all the people start looking, but in a good way. If you have a quick conversation with her, she's going to register you as a real person with like real attributes, instead of just like pixels on the screen who send weird messages every other day. That is the competitive advantage you have over cold approach, and that's why she's going to drop all the guys she doesn't really know, but who've been in her DMs for a couple months, for the guy she actually knows and actually realizes, okay, I've seen this guy in real life, he's funny, I like him. This is how you can skip the 50 chumps who've been waiting in her Tinder DMs trying to get a crumb of that pussy. If you just go up there, right in real life, she's not gonna be thinking like, oh yeah, but I like the guy who's been texting me for 3 months more, because she's never even seen that motherfucker in real life. And cold approach is another advantage over Tinder, which is the competition. If you think, who are you competing against on Tinder, then there's like literally every guy with a phone in a 50-kilometer radius. And bro, I'm telling you, there's probably going to be guys there who look better than you, who've been in the gym longer than you. And you're gonna get fucked by those guys, like in a not gay way. But you're gonna get mugged by those guys, that's what I should have said. Now compare that with the competition you have in cold approach, which is pretty much no competition, because all guys are pussies who can't speak to women in real life. And then one more thing I want you to visualize is, imagine like you are the guy who met on Tinder, you met your girl on Tinder, and then eventually your mom asks, hey, how did you guys meet? And you're like, fuck, it was on Tinder. And you don't even want to tell your mom, because then your mom knows, oh, he's a pussy, he can't even talk to women in real life. But compare that with, oh yeah, I saw her doing something funny, and then I went up to her and we chatted and we connected very well. Your mom's gonna think, oh, that's so cute. Which one of those things are going to make you feel more like a man? The guy who was like, on Tinder, or the guy who was like, damn, she's pretty, let's go. And oh yeah, I know she might reject me, but honestly, let's just fucking go because she's pretty and she needs to be told that. And then bro, cold approaching is also super crazy, because I'm telling you, like, the baddest of them all, they're not on Tinder. You can only like, sometimes you get a glimpse of them in real life, and when you see her, like literally your dream girl, and you are able to cold approach, bro, that's gonna be like an opportunity you're going to remember for your life. On Tinder, like, they simulate you have choice, but honestly, only the women have choice on there. In cold approach, you have choice, and that is what makes it super fucking crazy. That is what makes it so much better than Tinder. So again, check out the first link in the description if you want to learn cold approach. Otherwise, you can click and watch this video to keep on learning, or subscribe to our channel right here. I'll see you in the next one.